Welcome into Red Empress Tarot. I'm Patty. I'm an intuitive, a reader, and a healer on the twin flame path myself, here to read you a message for your twin flame journey. I believe that if you have found this video and this channel, you've been guided to do so. If you love the content, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the tribe. Make sure that you tap into your intuition. Make sure that you are following your internal guidance. It's really important. And every thumbs up to the video is so valuable. I love every one of you. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and get into the reading. Welcome to this week's mirror message. I'm so glad to be back. I've been out for 2 or 3 weeks, actually about 3 weeks now. I was really guided to take a break. I went on a little weekend vacation and I came back and I was so tired that I felt like I needed a vacation from my vacation. And I really listened to Spirit and decided to pull back for a little bit and take care of myself. You know, as a divine feminine on the twin flame journey, that's been a really huge lesson for me, is to learn to do that when I need it, because I never did that in my life before. I didn't take care of myself. And I'm learning to do that now. So I'm listening. Thank you, Spirit. I'm so grateful for my connection and for what I'm learning on this journey. So I've been out for a couple weeks or so. I'm back. I'm re-energized and feeling good. I also have been getting the download that there's a dual purpose for being out for a little bit. I feel like the collective that we've been reading for, there are things happening behind the scenes this spring. And I think that not everything needs to be aired out until it's ready. There's like a divine timing component there. And I think that there were things that we needed to just let rest in the connection. So we're back. We're here to talk about it again. Let's see where we're at, how the energy is shifted. I'm excited. Let's see where we're at. So we're looking at the headspace, heart space, and possible actions for divine masculine and divine feminine for the twin flame collective in separation or challenge. We read for a specific wave, so you'll know whether this is your wave or not. As we're reading, you'll know if it feels like this is for you, or if another reading will be for you. You're welcome to go back in and check out my playlist if this one doesn't hit you just right. Never make a collective reading fit. Don't do the Cinderella in the shoe thing and like be the ugly stepsister and try to get your shoe and your foot in the shoe. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. That's okay. There'll be another reading for you. There's so many great readers on YouTube, and I'm not the only one that can help you. So it could be that another reader will have something great for you. It could be there's something in my playlist. It could be that this one is really for you. You're going to notice me changing things up just a little bit on this channel in my period of rest for the last couple weeks or so. I realized that in doing what's best for me, and preserving my energy a little bit, I'm doing what's best for you because I'm bringing you better quality readings. So my Thursday lives are going to change. I'm not going to be answering the questions there anymore. It was really, really taking too much energy. Sorry, my computer just went off. As much as I love connecting with you one-on-one that way, I was really draining myself that way. There were 3 or 4 hours sometimes. And, on top of a full-time job and then trying to keep the regular readings up, it was a little bit too much. So as much as I loved it, it's time to let that go and do things a bit differently. I'm going to try and do a little bit more in short and interesting pick-a-cards. I'll still do the live. It's just going to be a reading rather than questions, okay? So let's look at Divine Masculine's headspace here. Spirits, angels, guides, ancestors, protectors, thank you for being with me here today and always. I'm so appreciative of your presence in my life. I'm so appreciative of your guidance and helping me give guidance to the other twin flames out here, my brothers and sisters who are on this journey too. God knows we all need it. We all need it. Oh, and Happy Beltane. It's May 1st today. While I'm doing this reading, I'm actually going to post this reading a little bit early. I usually put it on Mondays, but this is Saturday, and I'm going to put it up today because it's Beltane, and I want to celebrate a bit with a reading. I actually might even do another pick a card and put it out for this evening, just in celebration. For those of you that aren't familiar with Beltane, it's May Day. It's May 1st, and it's the renewal of the energy of the earth. It's things being reborn, and the flowers coming back, and we celebrate by dancing and preparing food and communing together and all the great things. So happy Beltane, guys. Okay, let's see. I got this whole stack that flipped. I'm not going to take that whole stack. You know what? I'm guided. I feel like I'm going to fan them and pull them today. Sometimes it just feels like the right energy to do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're looking for Divine Masculine's headspace. Divine Masculine's headspace, Spirit, it's right there. We got the 3 of Wands. I love that 3 of Wands too. We'll talk about that in a minute. Divine Masculine's heart space. Where's Divine Masculine's heart today? Queen of Coins with his queen. That's nice. Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next month. The Ace of Pentacles. Oh my God, this is a good reading. Okay. Let's look at Divine Feminine's headspace. Divine Feminine's headspace. Where is it? It's right there. The Page of Wands. Okay. Divine Feminine's heart space. Divine Feminine's heart space. The 6 of Wands. Okay. Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next month. Where are we, Spirit? King of Swords. Okay, we're going to clarify with my brand new deck. I'm so excited. You guys, whoever donated this deck to my channel, I got it a couple of weeks ago. And I've been in a little bit of a hiatus, but it is so beautiful. It's Ciro Marchetti. The Tarot of Dreams. That's the same maker of my Grand Lux, which is my other favorite deck. This is my new other favorite deck. I don't know who sent it to my channel, but I am so touched by all of you who have been doing this. Fresh decks, the artwork is so important to me. I'm an intuitive reader, so I read by the pictures as well. They help me interpret the hits that I'm getting in my head, that I hear or that I see. And so the cards are just a tool, but they're an important tool. And imagine trying to build a house with nothing but a hammer. You could build it, but it wouldn't be very pretty. The tools help me craft things in really beautiful ways, and I just thank you for those of you who are going onto my wish list and sending decks. I am so appreciative, and those of you who are making channel donations too. I was able to buy new lighting. I'm just, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm here to help you. For the collective readings, I have no desire to charge for that. I just want to help. And that you guys just give back so generously is beautiful. And the subscriptions, the video likes alone are the most beautiful way to support the channel. So for those of you who are doing that, I just can't say enough thanks. Okay, I was fanning and pulling, but we got this 8 of Swords, and I feel like it's an extra message. So the 8 of Swords in this Tarot of Dreams is really interesting. Hold on, I've got a notification. I've got to get to go away there. There we go. Now I can see my screen. this Eight of Swords is really interesting. This person is naked and trapped in a bubble. So there's this incredible vulnerability happening here for this person. And this bubble is balanced on the tip of all of these swords. And it's like it could burst at any moment. And it's this fear. It's this fear of what if the bubble bursts, kind of like. And think about how we talk about in language, our bubble bursting. It's like having belief in something and having it come to nothing. You know, having your bubble burst, that's what it means, right? So there's this feeling on either side. It's a tentative belief that we want to believe. But then there's this feeling of life, you know, where things haven't happened the way we wanted them to before. And, you know, we tried to believe in something, but we didn't fully believe in it and it fell apart. And so we have life experience that sometimes when you have a dream, the bubble bursts. But this is spirit telling you, look at the swords here, how they're light at the end. The tips are all lit up. Their spirit is protecting you from your bubble bursting. Look, twin flame connections are hard. And I go through this too. It's not just you. I mean, every single person in a twin flame connection has been in this spot where we're like, I want to believe, but I feel so vulnerable and so scared that my bubble could burst at any moment, and what will happen to me? This is where we're at. There is this space right now between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And I think it's one of the reasons I didn't read for a couple of weeks. And not only because I needed a break, and I did need that. It's because there's this deliberate veil right now between the divine masculine and the divine feminine where we cannot see each other's side. And the reason for that is for us to learn that it's okay to believe. We don't have to feel so vulnerable and so scared to believe in this connection or in spirit. I'll tell you, and you know, I don't want to break up the reading too much, but I just want to tell you, before I had my awakening, I was very mainstream, like very mainstream. I didn't know anything about tarot, really. I mean, I'd seen it around, but I didn't practice it. I didn't understand it. I didn't really understand spirit. I grew up Christian, and not that there's anything wrong with that. But in the beliefs that I grew up in, all of this would have been devil worship. You know, it would have been really scary. And I was taught that, you know, spirituality was basically paganism. And paganism was worship of the devil, which is crazy. All of this is not true, okay? If once you expand your mind and have your awakening, you start to understand how all things finger in together. You don't just have to believe in science, or just have to believe in spirituality, or just have to believe in whatever faith that you have in Christianity or Buddhism or whatever your faith is, okay? Doesn't matter what it is. All things fit in and finger in together. I really truly believe in a blend of science and spirituality, and I do believe in a higher power, whether we call it God or spirit. It doesn't matter. It's all the same to me. But this belief can be fragile when it's new, when you're learning to finger all those things together and let them be together. It can be very fragile. But it's okay to believe. It's okay to allow yourself to believe. You're not a sucker for believing, because a lot of us at one time in our life believed that, hey, if I believe in anything, it's just a crutch to get me through life, right? It's not. If you look at spirituality, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to go on too long about this, but okay, look at Occam's razor. If you look at science, Occam's razor, and just the basics of that, all things being equal, the simplest explanation tends to be the right explanation. Well, I charge you with this. if there is no higher spirit, if there is no higher power, we come from somewhere and we go to somewhere. Science will tell you that we are all energy. And I believe that we are all energy. Is it easier to believe that we come from something or that we come from nothing? Is it easier to believe that we go somewhere or we go nowhere? I believe absolutely in spirituality. I believe that we come from beautiful things and we go to beautiful things. And it's hard. It's a hard belief if you haven't had that belief before in your life. You know, whether you're divine masculine or you're divine feminine, maybe you were an atheist. You know, maybe you just didn't, maybe you're agnostic. I don't know, and I don't want to get into all that. But what I'm saying is this new belief where you're seeing signs and synchronicities, and not just a few, when you see them every single day, over and over and over, and you feel your connection to your person, you can feel them in the 5D. And the 5D sounds like a bizarre concept. Like, is that really real, or I'm just making that shit up? It's real. And it's okay to believe. Allow yourself the belief. You have to allow it. You have to let go of the fear of belief. This card came up for a very specific reason. I needed to talk about that today. I'm going to put it back in and we're going to get our clarifiers. I'm going to go on with the reading. But there are people out there that needed to hear that it's okay to believe. It's okay to believe in your twin flame. It's a real thing. I know a lot of people on earth do not believe in that. And you know, a lot of people on earth are not you. You are you, and you get to make your own choices. You get to decide what you believe and what you don't. Don't let other people's skepticism or lack of belief color what you know in your heart to be true. Okay, so let's look at Divine Masculine's headspace. Clarify that 3 of Wands. Clarify that 3 of Wands. We've got the 4 of Wands, clarifying the 3 of Wands. Gorgeous. I haven't had that card come out in this deck yet, so I'm excited to study that. Let's look at Divine Masculine's heart space. The Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Pentacles is in his heart space. 8 of Swords. Again, this is the one we just spent so much time talking about. But we also had these other 2 cards come out. We've got the Page of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Okay, we'll look at that in a minute. Divine Masculine's possible actions. Tell me about Divine Masculine's possible actions. This Ace of Coins, why is it here? Ace of Pentacles, same thing. The World. Okay. Let's look at Divine Feminine's headspace with the Page of Wands. Why is the Page here for Divine Feminine? Page of Wands. Wow. Okay. The 4 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and Temperance. Let's look at Divine Femme's heart space with the 6 of Wands. What is here? 6 of Wands. Ace of Wands. Okay. Let's look at Divine Feminine's possible actions with the King of Swords there. In the next month. Divine Feminine, what are you doing? King of Cups, clarifying the King of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Look at that. 3 court cards in Divine Feminine's possible actions. That's amazing. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. And what's at the bottom of the deck energy is the Ace of Coins. And the bottom of the deck for the Grand Lux is Temperance. We have Temperance twice in this reading. Nice. We've got the Ace of Coins twice. This is really great mirroring energy, guys. Okay, so let's just look at what's on the board. I'm going to grab some water here. For divine masculines, possible actions. We've got the Three of Wands clarified by the Four of Wands. So the Three of Wands here, I see divine masculine looking for a ship to come in. This is his headspace. This is what he's thinking about. There's something happening in his life and he's waiting for it to anchor before he can get in that fool's energy and take the leap of faith that he's so ready to take. I see divine masculine in his headspace, very ready to take a leap of faith toward this connection. But there's something that hasn't quite anchored. It's not quite ready in his life. There's some, and this isn't a belief system. This isn't like how he feels or anything like that. It's literally a physical thing in his life that needs to happen before he can move forward with divine feminine. So it's like either, here's some examples, okay? These are hits that I'm getting. Someone out there, it's a court case like a divorce or a child custody, a declaration or something like that. Or maybe you're in a civil partnership and you're waiting for dissolution of that or division of the assets, that kind of thing. So for some people, that's the case where they're waiting for a legal situation to come in. I keep seeing the scales in my head, so that's legal. Divine masculine is waiting for something to wrap up, to like get news that, okay, this is finished and this is how the outcome is for you. And now he can know what he needs to do to prepare his future. It's a definite 3D thing, right? It's a physical thing, something that has to happen for him to move forward, for him to feel confident that, yes, I can go toward my divine femme now. Yes, I can make this move in my life now that I need to make. Maybe it's, I can't move out of this karmic situation until I know I have enough money. Maybe it's, I'm stuck at my mom's house until this division of assets so I can buy a new house or rent a new house or whatever it is. For some divine masculines, it's a job. So they've done some work and they're waiting for a payout. Like a contract, or they've put in they've applied for a new position in a new place and they can't move until they know if they got that position or if they're like trying to do that. But there's something that hasn't anchored in the physical yet where they can actually make the move that they want to make in the connection. They feel like they need to have some kind of a resource that's dependent upon this ship coming in. Okay. But they're waiting. They're just like intently waiting for this thing. It's like I'm getting the image of runners at a starting line. Like if you're running a race, it's Olympics. I'm getting like Olympics, and you see this runner, and they're in position and they're down and they've got their heel up, that kind of thing, just like waiting for the gun to go off. This ship coming in is the gun that's going to start their future. Right? And then clarifying that, we've got the Four of Wands. This is an interesting Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is about celebration of a union. And that's the divine union. But look at this. It's a doorway opening up with all this light inside, but you can't really see what's beyond it. So like when this gun goes off, when this ship comes in, whatever it is for this masculine, he's ready to walk through this doorway. I mean, some of these divine masculines will be proposing as soon as they... I'm not kidding, not for everybody, okay? Don't think that every single person's getting a proposal. There are some out there who, have rehearsed it. Maybe they're just waiting to buy the ring. I don't know what... And I don't believe in diamonds, so I don't think that any marriage needs to be predicated on some rock. But there is this feeling of ready to walk through the door into union with my divine feminine. Should she have me? Should she take me back? Once this thing grounds in my life. This is his whole headspace is taken up by this right now. I mean, this is the prevailing thing that he is thinking about in his life right now. And remember, divine masculine, it's energy, right? Could be male, could be female. It's just the energy that they're in. Divine Masculine's heart space, his Queen of Pentacles, his Divine Feminine. Look at her. She's beautiful. She's abundant. She's stable, secure. She's just ready to have this gorgeous life with him. Look at that. Not every Divine Feminine out there wants that. Okay, I'm not saying that. Who I'm reading for does. This is a Divine Feminine that is just ready for union. And in his heart space, he knows his heart is so taken up by the Divine Feminine and how abundant she is, how beautiful she is. This is a Divine Feminine that loves animals, and animals love her. This is a Divine Feminine. I'm always saying, like, if it weren't for practicality's sake, I could have a zoo, right? There are other Divine Feminines out there that have that similar attitude. This is a Divine Feminine that loves nature. She loves being out. She might like to hike. She might like the water. She might like the forest very much. And they have this in common too, this Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. They love nature. You don't necessarily have to be in it all the time. You could live in the city. You could live in New York. But you still have this longing to be in beautiful places. Maybe Central Park is your favorite place under all the trees. That's nature, guys. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to live in Oregon like I do, where I can just, drive 15 minutes and I'm in the most gorgeous forest ever. You can be anywhere in the world. Nature could be desert for you. You could be in Arizona and have all those beautiful rock formations. Who knows what it is? But there is this deep appreciation for nature in both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. I just felt the need to say that. Okay, so let's look at the clarifiers. We got this Eight of Swords as the clarifier, this bubble. So what we were talking about, this is for the Divine Masculine in this reading. This fragile, I want to believe in my Divine Feminine and my connection. This is new to me, this believing in spirituality, believing in twin flames. It's hope that the bubble won't burst in the heart. It's feeling like, okay, this could all come crashing down, but I'm going to believe anyway. I'm going to believe anyway in my Divine Feminine and in my connection. That's what this masculine is saying. He feels very vulnerable. He's a little scared, but he's believing anyway. He's doing it. That is huge progress. Clarified by the Page of Wands. It's like, in my heart, I am kind of afraid to take action. In my heart space, it's like the fear exists, guys, for this masculine. The fear exists. In his heart space, he has a little bit of fear of the not only the connection, but the Page of Wands is right in front of Four Wands. There's a little bit of fear of the union. I think that this person has been through some really heavy stuff with other people in the past that the union didn't work. And there's this little bit of fear in the heart space that if my bubble did burst, and if I did head into this union, I will have been immature and foolish going in there. There's this like niggling doubt still. But look here. We have further clarifying that, the Ten of Swords. Look at this card. This is someone that's been stabbed in the back 10 times, and all of the swords are being lifted out by Spirit. Every single sword is being lifted out. There's this person naked. Again, there's this like really vulnerable feeling here with the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. These are very vulnerable feeling cards. Like, I bared myself to someone else before, and I was stabbed and stabbed and stabbed, and I am so afraid of it happening again. But look at Spirit pulling all of those swords out for a new beginning, for the end of this cycle. The Ten of Swords is an end of a painful, painful cycle. So even though This person has been hurt and hurt and hurt. Even though they feel vulnerable, they're trusting in spirit. There is this niggling like bit of their heart. There's a corner of their heart with this page in front of those 4 wands going, oh my gosh, am I being foolish by trusting in this again, by trusting in love again? But these are all clarifying the Queen of Pentacles that is filling up their heart, this person. So go gently with this masculine, you guys. When they come forward to you, when they talk to you, remember these cards are underneath in their feelings. They feel very vulnerable with you. They are very afraid that you could hurt them immensely. They know, but even though they know that, you're still filling their heart up. They're still taking the action toward you. This is incredible bravery. This is incredible bravery on the masculine's part. This is a lot of trust in spirit. To continue on, to keep going, to not get stuck. There's no stuck energy here whatsoever. I know that this, 8 of Swords, we see that as stuck energy, but here I'm seeing overcoming stuck energy. With this 10 of Swords, this is overcoming, ending of that. They were in a stuck energy before. Your masculine may have been in a stuck energy for quite some time, but it's ending. Even though the fear is still there, it's ending. They're really, really invested, heart invested in their Queen of Pentacles. Possible actions for the Divine Masculine in the next month. Ace of Coins and the World. Ending the old cycle in their life. Your masculine has just completed a huge cycle in which they've dealt with emotion, passion, stability, mental space. Your masculine has dealt with all of these things in this cycle, and they've completed it. In the next month, I see them giving an offer. Either preparing or giving an offer, but to me this looks like divinely guided, the offer's coming. Stable, secure, loving. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's I'm not gonna sing it, but Nina Simone. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, and I'm feeling good. That's what I'm getting for this masculine. Birds flying high. You know how I feel. Nice energy, divine masculine. And at the bottom of the deck, Temperance. This is all divinely guided. Every single bit of this journey has been divinely guided. This masculine has been through a lot, and he's listened to spirit now. He's listening. He's taking the lessons. For a long time, I don't think he did. Really, really cutting out things that don't serve. With this King of Swords. Excuse me. It's a Knight of Swords. Communication, communication. Look at that eagle spreading its wings. Birds are about communication to me, mental clarity. It's a bald eagle, too. A lot of the divine feminines here are going to be in the United States. Communication is coming to the United States. Not all, but a lot. Some of you guys have divine masculines that are not in the United States, bringing in communication. The bald eagle is like really screaming at me. And look at the 8 of Wands. There's the communication coming. When it comes, it's coming swiftly. The Knight of Cups, offering that cup of love. There was a painful cycle in the past between this divine masculine and divine feminine. These swordfish with those like sword noses, they talk of pain to me. So there's an apology for pain and an offer of love from a King of Pentacles. We had the Queen here. Queen of Pentacles, divine counterpart, the King of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, a new beginning in love. And then, of course, my twin flame card from your twin flame. Your person has been in this King of Cups energy a long time. Deep well of emotion, but totally unable to talk about it. But with the Chariot, we're moving forward. Moving forward swiftly. Great energy. Let's look at Divine Femme. Let me grab some water here. What's in Divine Feminine's headspace? The Page of Wands. So the dragons have been a theme in my readings lately. And you can see all the dragons in this card. Divine Feminine wants to take some action, but she's kind of afraid too in her own headspace. There's this action that the Divine Feminine is looking at taking, but she feels a little bit unprepared or maybe not quite ready to take it. She's got that wand in her hand, but the wand's not on fire. It's not like she hasn't lit it up. It's not a torch. It's more like a defense mechanism. About the way that they're holding this across their body, it's like defending yourself. And there's these dragons out there. 1, 2, 3, 4 dragons. 4 of fire, 4 of wands, 4 of... Okay, 4 of wands. So the dragons are between her and her celebration of union. There's some kind of action Divine Feminine is going to need to take, and she's a little bit apprehensive about it. She's a little bit concerned about like taking the baby step in whatever action this is. Let's see what's clarifying. We got the 4 of Cups. Here's the masculine figure, a very clearly masculine figure, and I'm being called to that. Looking at this Ace of Cups with these 3 of Cups down here at the bottom. I think the Divine Feminine is still concerned about a karmic party, like a third party situation, getting in the way of her Ace of Cups. And it's almost like these dragons here are third parties that need to be slayed in order for this Ace of Cups, this new beginning in love. Further clarifying, we've got the 5 of Cups. This disappointment in the past. But the 4 of Cups is just about not seeing it, right? And the 5 of Cups is about disappointment. There's some... Okay, I'm getting it. Temperance, too. So, in the past, the Divine Masculine wasn't seeing the Ace of Cups with this feminine. I'm getting screaming underwater. Okay. I understand this feeling because I've had it. So there's this feeling when you go into separation with your masculine, if your masculine leaves you, there is this feeling of like screaming and screaming and screaming, but he doesn't hear you. It's like no matter what you say and no matter what you do, he doesn't hear you. He doesn't understand because he can't see the connection. In the beginning, when you have that separation, the masculine's freaked out. He leaves because he can't see the value of the connection. He can't see what it's going to be someday. He's so blinded by fear and by, distractions that take him off for his lessons so you can do your lessons, right? When that separation happens, it's soul ripping, I'll tell you. It's painful. Having this person that you love so intensely and knowing what your connection is, kind of, and having them leave it anyway. And no matter what you say or you do, they don't hear you. They don't see it. And the pain and disappointment that comes with that. We've got Temperance. In this Temperance card, and I've never really looked at this one yet, we've got these two rings. We've got a ring full of water and we've got a ring full of fire. So we've got a ring of emotion and a ring of passion rather than two cups, as in your usual Temperance card. And we've got the moon in the back, which is partially illuminated. This is temporary. This is tempering emotion with passion. It's bringing balance to emotion and passion for the Divine Feminine in her headspace. Feminines, you guys are getting close to union, so you need to go back and look. Okay, so here it is. Here it is. I know what this is. Feminine, there's an action that you need to take, and it's not toward your Divine Masculine. This is toward slaying some dragons that you have not yet slayed. Okay, look at these 4 dragons here. You have to slay these dragons before you can come into union. There's an action that you need to take. And that action is in regards to looking at what happened. Oh God, this is hard. Look, no matter how much healing you have done, you have to go back and look at the events during and after separation. You have to bring out and look at the words that masculine said to you, the actions he took toward or away from you, and the words you said to him and the actions that you took toward or away from him when separation happened. No matter how hard that is, you have to pull that out. And you have to air it out and examine it and really look at it and really clear it for yourself, because until you do that, you're not ready. As much healing as you've done, as much as you understand the journey now, and you have forgiveness for your masculine, because hey, we're all on the same journey. We're all going to make mistakes and do things, you know, that are challenging. On both sides, we do that. But look, you can't gloss over this. What happened at separation happened. The words that were said, the painful emotions, you're going to have to look at. You don't have to go back and feel all the feelings again, okay? You're not required to do that. But you have to go back and look at them and acknowledge what really happened. So when you do come back into union, you can talk about it. This conversation has to take place about how painful this was that he didn't see, and how painful it was for you afterward, what you went through. You may not want to tell your masculine what you went through because you don't want him to feel guilty, because hey, this is a journey that's tough from both sides. But the truth is, he has to know. He's got to know how it affected you. Not telling him is a big mistake. You're not going to find balance until you clear that with each other. You clear all this emotion. You clear all this passion in the breakup, in the separation. It's a conversation that you may both want to avoid because it is so hard, but you can't do it. You need to take this action to prepare yourself, feminine, to have this conversation in a way that's both compassionate for the divine masculine, compassionate for you, and productive for your future. Okay? Really, really important, feminine, in your headspace right now that you deal with this. prepare for it. Know, practice, literally practice, know what you're going to say. Having compassion for both of you. And doing it in a way that is productive for union if you want that, or for peace between you if you don't. Feminine's heart space. Feminine's heart space is victory. Feminine's feeling like she is winning this deal. Ace of Wands. Her heart space, she's ready to take action. She is ready to jump feet first into this connection when it comes forward. Feminine's heart space is absolutely lit up, on fire for this connection. And she's not afraid of anything. Look at this wand in this card. And look at that giant iguana behind it. I think iguanas are kind of cute, but literally if you were going to come up on this thing in the dark, face to face, you might be a little freaked out. It doesn't matter what gets illuminated here. There's this big monstrous looking thing. It doesn't matter what gets illuminated here. There's a big volcano in the back. Like, what erupts? What happens? This feminine in her heart space is so ready to take it all on, to have this connection, to have this victory in this connection. Absolutely all in, feet first. Yeah, there's nothing else to say there. There's nothing that's going to dissuade this feminine from putting her whole heart into this. She is not afraid to take action. She is ready to take action when the time is right. When masculine comes forward, she is not going to be timid. I'll tell you that. Okay, let's look at Divine Feminine's possible actions. That just speaks for itself. I don't need to clarify it. King of Swords. She's ready to talk. Divine Feminine is so ready to communicate. In the next month, she's ready to bring that. I think she knows this offer is coming, and she is going to be very forthright. She's going to be very forthright. She's going to tell the masculine all about the things she's cut out of her life, everything she's learned. She's ready to talk about her whole journey. She's ready to listen to his whole journey. The white falcon here. The white bird. And it's all going to be, she's got the divine on her side. She's talking to her guides. She's really ready to include her guides in the conversation. Like, this conversation is not going to be just between the masculine and the feminine. This is also between spirit, because spirit's going to be right in the middle of this whole thing. And she knows it, and she's ready for it. Clarifying that, we've got the King of Cups. She's... okay. This feminine is not going to allow this masculine. We've got the King of Cups here and here. So there is this bit of this, we know that the masculine has a deep well of emotion and is going to have a hard time talking about it. This feminine with the King of Swords here, she is going to make it easy for the King of Cups to speak. This one is all, it feels like logic and patience. She's going to make it easy for the King of Cups, the masculine, to speak. He's not going to feel, I think that there's going to be a lot of fear in the masculine coming forward. In that feeling like my throat chakra is just going to close right up when I come and try and make this offer. But the feminine here in this King of Swords energy, it's like a lightness, and it's a wisdom, and it's an ease. She's going to put the masculine at ease when he comes forward, so he can open up his throat and speak. And then further clarifying by the Queen of Wands, she's got so much passion. She's just ready to put on her best for this masculine and show her everything that she is and everything that she can do. This is a feminine, this Queen of Wands, not holding back at all. When this conversation takes place, this feminine is going to be fiery and passionate, but not in a scary negative way. She is ready to speak her absolute truth. This feminine is not holding back. Not in any way. And she's going to make it. She's going to facilitate it so the masculine doesn't feel like they need to hold back, is what I'm getting from this combination. She's going to be so in her element that the King of Cups here feels like he can speak up. And we got the Ace of Coins here. She's not only is masculine coming with an offer, she's ready to give an offer back. This is not a one-way offer. This is a two-way offer. We've got it on both sides. A new beginning, stability. Not only is masculine coming, offering stability to the feminine, but the feminine is ready to offer stability to the masculine. Look at how strong this person is, too, this character. Look how strong feminine is here in her stability for the masculine. Two of Swords. Yeah, I was saying before, there is an intentional veil up between the feminine and the masculine right now. Feminine can't see what's going on over here for the masculine. She cannot. But look at the light coming in behind her, illuminating this sword over here, the Ace of Swords on this side. The divine is coming in and showing the way. You can't see, but there's trust. She can't see, but she's trusting in the divine. Three of Coins, ready to forge a new foundation. Just ready to forge a new foundation, to hustle whatever you got to do together to make a new foundation work. Judgment. I think feminine has had a huge wake-up call in the last few weeks. I mean, you've been learning and growing and ascending, but look at the phoenix around this judgment, this fiery phoenix. Like, feminine has risen from the ashes of a really painful cycle and a really painful ending. Her third eye is so open. She is seeing it so clearly. She has ascended. She has risen from a really low place to a really high vibe place. The Nine of Swords here. I think that something she's had to fight in that ascension has been this fear of the unknown. Fear of not being able to see. Where feminine had been in this energy of not being able to see and having been dark on this side, she's now like trusting in spirit. She's had to fight these nightmares. And here's her King of Pentacles. This is how she's seeing her masculine, stable. Her absolute divine counterpart. Ace of Swords. Feminine really gets the truth of this connection now. Absolutely gets the truth of that connection. She's ready for communication, and she wants her Ten of Cups with her masculine. Everything. Happy family, happy life. I think she's ready to jump on this opportunity. The Ten of Cups is not a guarantee of happiness. The Ten of Cups is an opportunity for happiness. You have to take of it and make of it what you will. And if she's really, really ready to invest. And then under the Ten of Cups, we'll get the Ten of Coins. So not only stability in love, but also financial stability, stability in the real world too. This feminine is ready to build with this masculine, absolutely. She's right now in the Nine of Coins, very independent, very self-sufficient. She doesn't need the masculine to get by in life. She wants him for her Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. She's got 9 Pentacles all on her own. That's the most you can have on your own. This Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles that the masculine is bringing, gives her that 10. That she wants it. She wants that happy life with him, that stable life. And until that happens, she's perfectly good. Alright guys, this has been the mirror message. I want to draw a crystal card and see if there is something this week that's going to be helpful for you. There'll be a message, there'll be a stone, a crystal, something that will be helpful for you in the cards. Carnelian. I was just, okay, I gotta show you something. I took all my crystals out for the full moon, the pink moon, just recently. And I take them all out to charge, and then I bring them back in and rearrange them. And so I have this little dish with all of my pyramids in it, my chakra pyramids, and the carnelian is missing. And I just put these together before I opened the video here. And I was like, hey, where's my carnelian pyramid? So, okay, there's something about carnelian that's important right now. I'm calling attention to that. So, feed your creativity. Okay. So carnelian is going to help you tap into your creativity. Right now is really super important before union, before you come into this place where you come together. What's going to propel that forward is you harnessing your creativity. Build in your life. Do things that are fun. Let your right brain spark off, right? So our left brain is our logic, our right brain is our creative side. Let your creativity spark off as much as you can. Have fun with it, okay? Carnelian is a really beautiful orangish red stone. Here's a really nice palm stone that I have in carnelian. I love this one. Having a piece around you is not going to hurt, okay? So if you have the opportunity, you might want to pick some up and just carry it around in your pocket, wear a piece of jewelry, whatever you want to do with it. Have it by your bedside. But the message here is to really tap into your creativity, tap into your manifesting, okay? This is the time to do it. Manifest your person into you. And the way you do that is just by embracing all the joy in your life. It's not just about sitting around thinking about your person, That's actually not going to help you. Sit around thinking about all the fun that you'd like to have with someone in life, all the things that you'd like to build in life, all the things that you could do with a partner that you are looking forward to, and be grateful for those things before they come. Don't think about the specific person. That's not going to help you. Think about what you want to build and create with them. And start building and creating what you can on your own. That's really going to help you bring in your connection, okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for being with me here today. I love you all, and I will see you at the next reading. Thank you so much for the likes on the video. That really, really helps build my channel. I'm really trying to get out and reach people out there that need the help. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for being part of my community here. I really feel like if you're here, you're called to be here. We're soul family, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. Love you guys, and see you next time.